So Small's World asks, what is it about certain topics or cases you find that gives you inspiration to make a video about them? This is one that that's a really good question, because I'm still trying to figure that out, honestly. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you very, very much. The way I've got this set up, it's kind of difficult to do. Oh, Kara Novastar, thank you so much. So the question, what gives me inspiration to make a topic about it? I'll tell you, the stuff that really gets me going is when I feel like I've got something just interesting to say about a topic. There's all sorts of stuff that I dig into that I'm not really sure if they are good enough to do a video on per se, just because there might be a whole lot of other content out there that's already explored the topic. If there's videos out there on a topic, that doesn't mean I won't make one about it. It just, I would need to feel like there's something I have to say that I feel is kind of a unique perspective to take into consideration. I do gravitate a lot towards stuff where I feel like there's been some kind of injustice. As high-minded as that may sound, that's just kind of where my brain is at on that kind of stuff. Because when that kind of stuff is really what gives me the most reason to want to do a topic like that. Really, is when I feel like there's some kind of wrong that needs to be righted. Delilah Webb, do you have any advice on translating passion into projects? I've never been able to turn my passion into anything concrete, and I'm left with so little to show for decades of raw intention. I empathize with that very strongly, because I've said this before on other streams and other platforms where, I've always considered myself a pretty creative person, and I've always been pouring my energy and passion into something creative basically my entire life. And it wasn't until really like a year and a half ago when I started NightDocs that I was able to find an audience that passionate about what I was trying to do. And it's been a really interesting thing, because it's been a interesting thing where I've been able to take all of the random hobbies and passions that I've had for so long and put them into something that's like a grand project, really, where I take things like storytelling, music, sound design, video editing, all of that stuff, and put it all into one complete package. Because almost all of my videos, they are a culmination of all of the different skills and hobbies and passions that I personally have. So my advice on doing that, it's I don't know if this is going to be super helpful, but I'm still kind of on my own discovery on how to turn my own passion into projects like this, because I was able to find a niche. And I think that's just something that everybody needs to do if they're really looking for a way to turn something they're passionate and creative about into something that you get a lot of fulfillment out of. Is just find your niche and keep sharing and keep creating and listen to the response and pay attention to the response you get for it and try and hone in on that. Doesn't mean it's going to completely shape what you do, but well, it's not going to like change what you do, but it does help shape what you're going to do. Because I mean, honestly, there's a lot of things that I do that, because I do so many different things all the time. I'm super ADHD about this kind of stuff. But anyway, Stoned Twitnome, I'm so proud of you and happy for you, Jim. How do you find your topics? Thank you, Stone. Short answer, I'm just a very curious person. That's the best advice I have, really. If you're ever looking to do something kind of like what I'm trying to do here, is just be a very curious person. Whenever you dig into something online, ask a lot of questions yourself. And if you don't know the answer, find the answer. And the process of digging around and finding answers to things is where you find the really cool stories. Like half the videos that I honestly, almost all the videos that I've done where I've tackled some kind of mystery or something like that is the result of asking why this, why that, what's this, how long ago is this, how is this connected to this other thing. I'm just curious naturally, honestly. So you just have to be a very curious person. There's no, I've seen a lot of other people talk about how they browse Reddit and Twitter and Google and things like that to try and find topics, and they're always talking about how they're running out of things to talk about. I mean, honestly, I could show you guys the list of things that I'm working on. I have literally like 10 to 15 different projects that I'm working on at any given moment. Things I'll never have enough time to actually tackle all of them, but I will never have an issue running out of topics because I'm always asking questions about things. And the videos that you end up seeing are the ones that I just end up getting the most momentum behind at any given moment, really. That's really all there is to it there. That the Salem Sabatka video, that one, I actually paused work on another thing and just did that because I found the whole story of that girl getting kidnapped and then rescued was just so incredible and so just jaw-dropping to me. I just knew I had to do another As It Happened episode, kind of like the Capitol Riots video here.